Happy birthday.
I'm Louise, and I live in Kingsthorpe, Northampton.
And I'm Lucy, and I live in Queneborough in Leicestershire.
Day, dear Louise.
We are identical twin sisters.
To you.
Twins' birthday today. Yeah. And this is for you.
It is our 26th birthday, and there's only one thing on the news, and that's coronavirus.
We're currently in lockdown, and it's the first birthday we've ever spent apart.
Birthdays have always been special in our family. Through the years, we've always celebrated the day together, with family or friends. Sharing a birthday is nice, as you get someone else to enjoy it with and make their day special too.
We've always been close. Through school, we shared the same friends.
We even went to the same university. We did different courses and had different friends, but always saw each other at least once a week.
When we were 22, we moved out of our family home in Northamptonshire and lived together.
The longest time we'd spent apart was when I went to Las Vegas for New Year in 2016 with my boyfriend Jack, and this was only for 10 days. At the start of this year, I moved in with Jack. It was an emotional time for Louise and I, as we were no longer going to be living with each other and seeing each other every day.
I then moved into a house share in Kingsthorpe in Northampton to be closer to my job. It was very strange and quite daunting, moving into a property with people I didn't know and living apart from Lucy. We promised to still see each other every week. We're only an hour's distance apart, so not far at all.
The first year that we live in apart, coronavirus happened. We've now been in lockdown for 5 weeks. It was announced by Boris Johnson on the 23rd of March that due to the rapidly spreading pandemic known as COVID-19, the UK was forced to go into lockdown.
We cannot leave our households and are only allowed outside once a day for exercise and to buy essential food from the shop.
We've been keeping in touch every day and discussing the situation.
This led us to think about twins, who may also be isolating separately, and if so, how are they coping being apart? So it's the first weekend of lockdown, and yeah, it just all seemed a bit strange really.
It's a shame because this weekend I was going to have Louise over and we were going to have my friends over as well, and we have a nice girly weekend. So yeah, it's things like that that make you think, you cherish those moments really, and it's quite tough when you know that's a long way off.
It's just a shame because obviously it's all in the calendar and now it's not happening, so it does feel a bit rubbish.
One of the friends I was supposed to see that weekend was Naomi. She's an identical twin and she's also isolating separately from her sister.
Hi everyone.
We spoke to Naomi and Rachel to see how they were getting on.
My name's Rachel. I currently live in London. I work as a engineer in the city, but obviously currently working from home. I am Naomi. I'm 26. I'm an architectural assistant. I work in the city, and we mainly work on historic buildings. But I'm currently furloughed, so I have not very much to do.
What are you doing with your time then, Naomi?
I've got university work to do, so I'm studying for my Part 3 exams, and I've got an exam coming up in probably 2 or 3 weeks, which I really must revise for. Mainly
Best circumstances then, because you literally cannot do anything else. You can't go out.
That's the thing, you've got no excuse now, Naomi, not to revise.
Also have 24 hours to do the exam. I have no excuse to fail it whatsoever.
So how do people tell you apart?
Yeah, when we were kids, it was our shoes. It was, I had navy shoes for Naomi and Rachel had red shoes for Rachel. But now it's our glasses?
I think so. Our hair's the same now, and we wear each other's clothes a lot.
What do you miss about your twin, and what would you be doing if you were with them right now?
I think if we were together, we'd just be lying in the sun or eating or just talking.
That's exactly my answer.
Is it? Yeah, I thought it would be.
Aww.
But just like hanging out with twins, you can just like lie around and just eat.
You don't have to make effort with each other
No,
either.
you don't.
Yeah, we normally start plans with plans to do something, and then it just turns into us eating a lot.
How long has it been since you last saw your twin?
I think it's exactly a month.
Oh.
Yeah, I said just before lockdown. And you were saying actually you thought we were going to go into lockdown, but I hadn't really thought about it.
I had kind of thought that I wouldn't see her again for a while, so I was being like very publicly embarrassing and like not letting her go and being like, no, bye, and you were like,
No, wasn't.
oh, you. I know. So I don't mind this self-isolation at the moment. It's not great, but it's not that bad. I think the one thing that's making it really frustrating and really annoying and isolating is not being able to just go and see Naomi like I would normally. If something were to happen, I couldn't get to her.
Yeah.
And that doesn't even like thinking about. And we're both quite overprotective. So whenever we answer a phone call that's not expected, it's, are you all right? Is everything okay?
Oh. How are you keeping in touch with your twin?
Via WhatsApp and Instagram and text, sometimes all at once, and then I just randomly during the day or randomly at night or just at sort of midday for no reason. We just kind of talk constantly. I think that's the thing. When we're in person, we're just talking constantly.
So what's the first thing you'll do when you both see each other again?
Give Naomi a massive hug. And then eat a shit ton of food, I think.
I put hug her a lot, talk non-stop, eat a load of things and sunbathe.
Pretty much the same, apart from sunbathing.
Yeah, basically what you're doing, what you would be doing anyway.
Hug each other, chat and food.
So now you're South London, I'm North London. But now, the second the lease is up on this, I'm going to move South London.
Are you? Oh, that's
So, been harassing you for a while about it.
So after all this, you're going to be living even closer now?
Hopefully.
Happy Easter! What Easter egg did you get?
I bought myself a 12 Easter egg from Aldi a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, I've opened mine already.
What are you eating it?
I opened mine at 10:30 this morning. I haven't eaten the egg yet, just eaten one of the Ripple bars.
The latest is I contacted TEDS.
We spoke to several twins who are part of TEDS, the Twins Early Development Study, a nationwide study we've been part of since we were babies.
Many twins were interested in getting involved with documentary. We've had quite a few come back actually.
That's good.
It'd be quite good as well because we don't really get, obviously other than Naomi and Rachel, we don't really get an opportunity to talk to any twins, so I think that'll be good.
I guess we see ourselves as we're quite close twins, like we have the same friends and the same interests, but it'll be interesting to see if other twins are like that as well.
We asked those that were isolating separately how they were getting on and feeling about being apart during the pandemic.
I'm Jade, 26 years old, and I live in Brighton. I'm a professional dancer by trade. I co-founded a dance company with my friend last year that we perform around the country, but I also work in opticians full-time as well. I'm Amy, also 26 years old, obviously. From Brighton, live in Brighton. I'm also a dancer by trade, but my background is in fashion design and textiles. But I also dance for the company that my sister founded last year. And I work in a dentist surgery.
How do people tell you apart?
Hair colour is the main thing, I think. I think our face shape, they're quite different. Like our eyes and our noses are different.
Hi, I'm Emma Rowlands. I'm 25. I currently live in Sevenoaks and I'm a learning officer in the National Trust.
I'm Claire. I'm a teacher in Worthing and I'm 25 and I'm currently working from home.
We've always looked very different, so no one's had too much of a problem sort of telling us apart.
When we were younger, we did look a lot more different. I had blonder hair and things like that, but people always used to just think we were cousins rather than sisters.
I'm Eleanor. I am 23. I am actually starting a new role next week as a sales executive. I'm currently living in Manchester, but I'm actually originally from a small town in Lancashire called Ball-Knowleswick, and I'm living in Manchester with my boyfriend at the moment.
I'm Georgia. I'm also 23, and I am a product manager at a place called Nova in Liverpool, and the same. I'm from a small town called Ball-Knowleswick in Lancashire, but currently living in Liverpool, but isolated in Glasgow.
Our head shape is a big one. I've got a very like circular head. Georgia's got a bit more of an oval one.
What do you miss the most about your twin, and what would you be doing if you were with them now?
We're meant to be going to Disney World in May. So probably be planning to go things to do that, or booking another holiday, or going to the theatre or something like that.
I'd probably be irritating Claire. That's sort of my main pastime and main joy, which you can only really do face to face. So there's that. But yeah, just sort of spending time together.
I think the bond that you have with your twin is like so different to any other friends that you have. I think we just have the same humour and we get the same jokes. So like we find the same things funny. Which can be a bit annoying for Eleanor's boyfriend sometimes, because we'll laugh our heads off at something and he just won't get it, so it'll just really anger him. I think I just miss having a gym partner, really.
Yeah, we've both got the same goals and stuff in the gym, haven't we? So that's quite a good thing. We did actually start up a gym fitness account on Instagram, and we loved it so much, and we actually got up to like 1,000 followers and stuff, and we're really getting into it. But as soon as we moved apart, it was different. We had more confidence in doing it together when you're actually together doing it. But when you're apart and not really together, it's not as fun.
I think I miss like having the inside jokes. Like there's a lot of kind of private jokes that only we get. Like I'll mention it to like one of my friends and they'll be like, what are you talking about? Or make a reference to something. And yeah, I miss having that kind of general conversation every day. Having each other's clothes to steal as well. We used to switch clothes a lot, which was the cause of many arguments, I'm sure. But also, it's nice to mix up your wardrobe every now and then, I guess.
How long has it been since you last saw your twin?
I think it was a week before lockdown, because we went on a holiday to Berlin. I think it was the day after we got back. Boris did his speech, didn't he? Saying that we had to start socially isolating. So yeah, it was about 4 weeks ago, was it, Elle?
Yeah.
It was the 22nd of February. So we went to go and see Waitress with Sarah Balearis in it, because Claire and I are big musical theatre fans, and I sing with the musical theatre choir. Yeah, we went and saw it in London at the Adelphi Theatre, which is just by Charing Cross, so she came and stayed back with me overnight, which was really nice. Had like a little sleepover as sort of our last time we saw each other.
We saw each other kind of before lockdown, but it wasn't right before. I think you were around for dinner, so it must have been about 6 weeks ago that we saw each other in person.
Yeah, about 6 weeks.
Do you feel a sense of separation anxiety? If so, how do you feel?
I think sometimes you do feel a bit like you just want to go and like see them for like a chat, and that you just want to go and like see what they're up to, because like although we like message and text and stuff all the time, it's not quite the same as like going and seeing them and doing things like together. So I think I probably do, but it's not like it comes in like waves, if you know what I mean. It's when you do something and you're like, oh, Emma would really like that. Like I watched Mary Poppins yesterday, and I was like, oh, Emma really likes that film. So I messaged her like, I'm watching it right now.
I think it's like quite weird to be experiencing such a big thing separately. And like because we're in totally different situations, where Claire's still working but I've been furloughed, it's quite tricky. Like we're quite good at communicating and always have been. I think because both of us are currently well, I'm quite all right with not being with Claire. I think it would be a massively different thing. We were saying earlier, I was like, if she did get sick, probably the first thing I'd want to do is get in my car and drive down, which probably wouldn't be possible. Whereas because we're both well at the moment, that it's not too upsetting because we don't see each other every single day as it goes.
I miss her a lot more than I would a normal sibling, but I don't know if you'd call it anxiety. I don't know. I don't know if it makes me anxious, like not being apart, because we are so used to being apart. I'm the same. I do miss you far more than I would anyone else, purely just for like having the company and having someone else there, because I'm in the flat like by myself as well. Normally, if we were still living together, we could just hang out, or we could shut ourselves in our rooms and not talk to each other for a while. But then you'd come out for dinner and like you'd have the company.
I feel like we miss each other. We're always obviously missing spending time together. I've always done that, even without this time in isolation and stuff. We've always had that feeling of wanting to be together and spending time together, because you always feel comfortable being together. But I feel like just because of the technology and stuff that we have nowadays, like FaceTime, texting, constantly being able to speak to each other, it's not as hard. So whenever I am missing Georgia, I just give her a text or FaceTime. Yeah.
I think as well, because we had those 3 years at different universities,
Yeah.
that first year at university, I think was quite difficult, wasn't it? I think we saw each other a lot, and I think we were talking like on the phone all the time. But it's just like, I think when you've had those 3 years to like get used to it, it's not as bad. So you learn to like feel better when you do like get a bit anxious about missing each other.
Yeah, definitely.
How are you keeping in touch with your twin?
Mostly FaceTime and texting. Like we text each other every day basically. We have a WebEx meeting every Friday with all of our friends from home. We have like a couple of drinks and do quizzes and stuff. So we've been doing that. And we also had one last night, didn't we, with our family.
We talk every day now, don't we, on FaceTime at least?
Yeah, even if it's for like 5 minutes, we just check in and just be like, oh hey, like how you doing? How's your day? What have you done?
Yeah.
Even just something like that. So thank God that we have the ability to use social media and have FaceTime, because I couldn't be dealing with writing a letter and waiting 2 weeks for a response. I don't think.
We message on Facebook like probably every half an hour or throughout the day. We FaceTime our parents every weekend. So last weekend we did it all together, so I think that's probably the way we'll do it from now on. And we also watch Holby City together, so we like message on Facebook and watch it at the same time. We always have done since whenever.
Yeah, since uni. I think as soon as we went away to uni, we started doing it because it was like the only programme we both watched. We're really far behind.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of catching up to do.
So what is the first thing you'll do when you do see each other again?
It probably won't feel like we haven't seen each other in a while. I don't know. I mean, we're not like the real like touchy-feely. Like, I probably won't give you a hug, no offense, Jade.
Like, catch up over lunch or like a drink or something like that.
Yeah,
that's probably what's going to happen.
Because we talk every day, I think we won't have much to catch up on because we do talk every day, and none of us is doing anything, obviously. But it would be nice to like hang out and spend time.
Get ourselves to a theatre, I think. And hopefully rebook our holiday. That'll probably be the first thing we do. No hellos, just like, right, how do we get to
time. Yeah, we're meant to be going to the theatre in June, so fingers crossed that will happen, but not sure.
Go out for a nice drink in a bar.
Or two.
Yeah, probably just spending time with each other, catching up, going outside. I'm missing that. I don't even have a garden or anything, so just spending some time outside with each other.
Yeah.
Nice.
Funny if we got each other the same card, wouldn't it?
That would be funny, wouldn't it?
Talking to the twins has made this experience more insightful as we've delved into the lives of other twins and concluded that however far away, whether that's living the other side of the country or 20 minutes down the road, they're still missing each other and experiencing similar feelings and thoughts to us.
When you got the hat.
Yeah, it's really cute. We've kind of gone through a similar thing, haven't we?
Even though we're apart, what we are experiencing is almost identical.
Key workers have been playing a vital role during the pandemic. We were lucky enough to speak to twins Sophie and Hannah, who were both serving on the front line.
My name is Sophie. I'm 24 years old. I live in Glossop, which is in Derbyshire, which is obviously near Manchester. I work for the University of Manchester NHS Trust in a hospital called Wythenshawe, and I work for the anti-coagulation department.
My name is Hannah and I'm 24 years old and live in the southeast in a little village called Flimwell, which is about 15 miles away from Hastings, and I currently work for the Tunbridge Wells and Maidstone NHS Trust.
What is it like working during the pandemic?
Things that I'm normally used to doing at work is now different because I've had to change departments, and shifts which we used to do 8 till 4 Monday to Friday, now 7 till 7, 12 hours a day, all night, all weekends and bank holidays.
And we are getting patients who, if they are getting symptoms, you know, we still have to see them. We just have to see them during a different time. Everybody's just so worried that you're still having to make them come in. And yeah, it's really stressful, but it is rewarding at the end of the day, because when you get them in, you know you've done something good for them, and it's helping them out in the long run.
The most rewarding thing is definitely seeing the patients go home who have been through all of the, you know, all the treatment. You know, where I've been redeployed, you can see them on the ventilators, and once they're off those ventilators, they then have to go to a different ward where they have to, you know, get their strength back, and then you can actually see them. You know, you see them go home. They walk out, and their family's waiting outside for them, and it is really rewarding to see that person is finally going, and they can go back to be with their family, and that is really quite nice.
You're seeing everything there, aren't you? It's
Yeah,
it must be quite tough.
I mean, we're all wearing face masks. You know, it's so hot when you wear these things, but we do it for them. And if they see you all dressed up, it gives them that bit more, you know, relief that something has been done to make sure, you know, their safety is as best as it could be.
What PPE are you having to wear?
So in my department, we have to wear visors, gloves, masks, aprons, and it gets really hot wearing them all. It does.
And how often are you wearing them? Like, how often can you? Is it one mask a day, or do you have to change it more frequently than that?
So we change our gloves quite frequently. It's one mask per person per day.
Yeah.
Aprons are one of those kind of disposable things. So, you know, it's going out the door as soon as clinic finishes. And the visors, we have one per person. That's it. And you just got to keep wiping it down once you've used it.
I'm helping the nurses get ready into the PPE before they go see the patients with, you know, their trackies and ventilators all in. They have to have that all put on in a certain order before they go in. They're only allowed with the patients for a certain amount of time, and then they have to come out again, and there is a certain process of taking it all off. Yeah, there's a lot of PPE.
How does the support for the NHS Club make you feel?
There's more to just NHS workers out there at the moment. Obviously, you need to consider your retail workers, your delivery drivers, and your farmers. You know, those people who are still working also. You know, they don't get heard of as much. But yeah, as nice as it is, like there is more to it than just the NHS.
It does give you that sense of achievement when, you know, you've been moaned at all day and you walk out there and actually, you know, you are being appreciated for what you're doing. It is nice.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Can't believe how quick it's gone today.
I know, it's flown by, isn't it?
It's been a really lovely birthday, special as it can be when you're in isolation, but I think we did definitely made the most of it, and it was lovely to be able to just talk to everyone.
Oh, it was just an amazing day, wasn't it? It just shows how much our family and friends care about us all. And yeah, it's just so lovely to make it as normal as we could.
Look forward to celebrating next year when we can be together, or even in the near future when we can spend the day together, maybe go away, maybe go to London.
Yeah, we'll be celebrating big time, definitely, when we're out of here. And next year we'll do a big holiday, and yeah, we'll definitely be celebrating together next year. Like, I think it's actually made us probably both stronger in a way.
Yeah.
Independent.
Yeah, you're right. And I think it was quite better than I thought. I thought it'd be really hard being apart, but I think because we have been keeping talking, it's been fine.
Yeah, I think it has, definitely. I think we've both been quite strong about it, and yeah, I think it's something that, you know, when we are apart, living apart now, we will be fine. Like, that was a worry that we had at the start of the year, living apart. We've had the massive test of this, and it proves that we can live apart.
Hopefully it won't be too long till I see you again.
I hope not. No.
Should we do a virtual hug bye?
A virtual hug bye.